Welcome back to Jason Reviews. Today I have a special predictions and assumptions video of what may be coming in the future of Dior. It's important to know that most of these are just going to be my predictions from previous releases and or strategy marketing efforts that have occurred in the past. Heading into the new year, the beauty house of Dior plans to improve and expand their marketing reach, and with 2 leader members still relatively new to Dior, the company will experience an array of modern designs, updated formulas, and improved marketing. It's valuable to mention large luxury vendors such as Dior Beauty reformulate every few years, for reasons such as discontinued chemicals, new substitutes discovered, and or better aroma chemicals readily available. However, other product lines from Dior such as the Miss Dior line face reformulations every 4 to 5 years. This video will be broken down into 3 parts, covering fragrance, skincare, and cosmetics, featuring predictions, first impressions, and reasons as to why these updates are valuable for the House of Dior. Let's get started. Dior Beauty's most notable division is fragrances. The most popular for women's perfume being the icon of Jadore, and for men's cologne, Sauvage takes the crown, followed by the Privée collection for all elegant perfumer creations. This sector has most notably welcomed Francis Kurkdjian as the perfume creations director. In October of 2021, Francis Kurkdjian succeeds François Dimachi, the perfume creations director since 2006. His most notable work is the creation of Sauvage. Francis Kurkdjian is regarded as an astonishing nose for fragrance and an artistic visionary. Having catapulted his career after the success of Le Mail by Jean-Paul Gaultier, Francis Kurkdjian has taken pride in creating exceptional fragrances composed for Parfums Christian Dior, including Dior Rivera, Al Noire, and Cologne Blanche for La Collection Privée. 2023 was a spectacular year for the perfumer, having launched Dior Rivera and a summer collection, Molotov, composed of 5 signature fragrances from the Privée collection. On the coattails of his success led to a new aroma of Jadore L'Or Essence de Parfum and created a gateway for new partnerships such as Jadore L'Or x Jean-Michel Othanel, a contemporary artist most notable for his glass and metal structures, which is seen in this partnership surrounding the icon Jadore. From this partnership and the redesign of the Jadore fragrance, a media storm was created that launched Jadore L'Or into mainstream coverage, and before the holiday season created enough buzz that this new fragrance became a bestseller within just a few months of its August 17th release in 2023. Following the new year, Francis Kurkdjian has reinvented a classic first introduced in 2018. New Look 1947 has since been revised to New Look 2024, with Adelaide and ambery notes. I assume this change is to spark new interest in other scents from La Collection Privée for Dior, but also to spark a revenue peak for the new year. As Dior Beauty released multiple new items at the beginning of 2024, what I would assume is to create buzz for the media with the Lunar New Year promotions and Valentine's marketing. I imagine Dior would like to recreate the recent hype not only helped Jadore L'Or become a new icon, but hopefully to capitalize on upcoming traditions to help fund new creations the perfumer house may have in store. My first impression of New Look 2024 is that the top note is pepper, followed by timrose, benzoin, and a faint aroma of vanilla. I've just recently received a travel miniature and I'll be doing a review a little later, but one aspect I will point out is the simplicity of New Look's ingredients. Compared to the 1947, the biggest differences are the perceived color. This brings me to address the rumor that Francis Kurkdjian will recreate the icon known as Miss Dior Parfum. The reformulation will feature fruity and floral accents laced with woods, dramatically different from its 1947 predecessor. The main notes in this formulation are rumored to be balanced between mandarin and jasmine, making this fragrance sweet and savory. My first impression of this fragrance is that it's to help spike new interest in expanding the Miss Dior universe. I do like the combination of mandarin, and I feel that this helps the fragrance be more intense compared to the Eau de Parfum and Blooming Boutique, which may even resemble the difference Francis Kurkdjian's Jadore L'Or perfume introduced to the Jadore universe. Following the rumor that this parfum release date will be sometime this year, I would imagine Dior would follow a similar release strategy to the Jadore L'Or. which was released in the fall. Dior Parfum is likely to be released in August or September 2024 to prop it up for the holiday season, in hopes of making this fragrance a bestseller due to it not being released before Valentine's Day. However, there is a slight chance that Dior Parfum could be released late February or March of this year to help position this fragrance for Mother's Day. I would assume that the Dior non-alcohol perfume sticks will likely be available in early summer. Otherwise, I could see these following the Dior Parfum release schedule in August or September. However, these perfume sticks could also be an international only release, as Dior usually reveals all new items on the US website before a global launch. Let me hear your thoughts on the perfume sticks from Dior in the comments. Closing out the fragrance sector, I would like to make predictions for the future. In wake of new formulations from Francis Kurkdjian, I would assume it's only a matter of time before he visits the classical icons of men's fragrances from Dior. For example, the Dior Homme Parfum has not been reformulated since 2020, and in the US has been taken down. Due to the fragrance's popularity, it's possible that this cologne could be revived by Francis Kurkdjian and in a whole new look, as the bottle still reflects the older design qualities of 2011. It's possible that the Dior Homme Intense may be re-released to create a new buzz around the Dior Homme line before Father's Day or the holiday season. I mention this fragrance as I frequently see official Dior embedded ads showing this particular fragrance, but when I click the ad, it still only shows the Eau de Toilette, Sport, and Cologne. This could be a good strategy for Dior, as the bottle's already been redesigned, and the reformulation or re-release could bring new popularity to the Dior Homme collection. With Francis Kurkdjian revisiting older classics, it's possible Eau Sauvage, the first men's cologne released in 1966, could see new fragrance compositions introduced. From established flankers such as Eau Sauvage Parfum, Cologne, and/or Extreme, they could be improved or a simplified ingredients list to cut costs down and shed new light on the once popular line. However, looking at this from a business perspective, Dior may want to avoid releasing new men's fragrances due to impacting the Sauvage market, which is the most sold fragrance in the world. Moving on to the skincare sector, Dior kicked off 2024 with a bang. Jasmine Yoon, the skincare marketing director, has influenced a variety of new designs, formulations, and concepts brought to life by Dior Science. Having been appointed to Director of Skincare Marketing in April of 2021, Jasmine Yoon has brought newfound success to some of Dior's most coveted collections. The most notable change was to the coveted Capture Total Le Serum. This relaunch improved the previous formulation and unexpectedly launched an award-winning product, making it a must-have item. Dior Solar, a new collection, launched in April of 2023 and became one of the luxury brand's most sought-after items during the summer months. Dior Solar introduced 3 new items that sparked media interest, which I assume was much needed for funding. I expect Dior Beauty to expand the Dior Solar line further with new releases either this year or in 2025. Jasmine Yoon's success didn't stop there. Introducing a redesign and reformulation of the Dior Prestige lotion surprised media and fans alike. From this success, Jasmine Yoon has sought to improve and expand other coveted skincare icons. For example, the once iconic Dior Prestige Le Nectar, a serum to fight aging with the first buds harvested from a natural jewel. The Huile de Rose, the Le Nectar Premier, takes the same concept and adds a peptide to prevent signs of aging and an extra restoration process for the skin. I assume this redesign was to improve the look of the bottle from a single-use glass vial to a reusable glass stand, and the improved modern lines featured on the face lotion re-release caused the Le Nectar Premier to become a highly sought-after product of use. This has since prompted Dior to improve upon other prestige items, from which I guess were not meeting sales targets. The newest addition is the Le Baume de Minuit, an improved version of the classic icon Le Crème de Nuit. The revised version features the modern lines of a sleek reusable glass base. My first impression of the Le Baume de Minuit is the new container. This looks sleek and modern. It will likely use less glass in production, cutting down on unnecessary waste. The infused concentrate of the Midnight Peptide Rosa makes this night cream valuable with 3 times the restoration properties from the original. The only downside is the price point, but if the night cream performs as described, this is a must-have. I predict that reintroducing the older formulations known as the Le Nectar and the Nuit products means the return of another underrated gem, the Le Nectar de Nuit, though I assume Dior would be building a nighttime collection for the prestige line if any other products are released with the Minuit properties. It's possible new items could be targeted at both night and day restoration, infused with the Midnight Rosa peptide. Unexpectedly, Dior also reintroduced the Light and White branded products, all reflecting the modern essence of fine lines topped off with a star-embedded cap. Each of the items seems relatively similar to the 2023 reformulations. Just with a new design, I would assume some more marketing on the Light and White items will begin sometime before summer. As of now, any success from this strategy will likely result in the redesign spreading to all outdated bottle styles of the prestige line. Jasmine Yoon now introduces the Hyla Shot, a highly concentrated wrinkle corrector. I assume Dior Skincare is starting to expand product lines based on last year's success. The Hyla Shot brings ease with on-the-go treatments from a travel-sized tube. Marketed as a must-have for everyone, I assume the release date was to capitalize on Valentine's Day and the Lunar New Year, in efforts to raise sales prices for production costs. It's traditional for luxury brands to relaunch new items at the beginning of the year to keep themselves present in the media, which I feel this item has done for Dior. My first impression of the Hyla Shot is mixed. I think the price inaccurately reflects the ounces. However, if the product diminishes wrinkles in a single month with little signs of visible aging, then this is a must-have product. Assuming that other product lines from Dior Skincare will likely start to see an expansion, any new items introduced will be to create media buzz in hopes of capturing new interest from other markets. For example, since Jasmine Yoon's start in 2021, skincare marketing has included more men in promotional campaigns with products that would normally be labeled as women's only. I think we'll start to see more inclusion going forward, and it may also be possible that forgotten lines such as Dior Homme Diarmo and Higher could see a revival with the redesigned packaging to establish a modern desire for men's skincare. I would assume any new items will likely fall under Dior Prestige, Capture Total, Dior Solar, Dior Snow, and or the Light and White collections. The final section will cover Dior Cosmetics, ranging from complexion, eyes, nails, lips, and the infamous Dior Backstage collection. Peter Phillips, the creative and image director for Dior Makeup, has made quite the splash in 2024. The reintroduced Rouge Dior featuring a new look and improving the shades and textures from the classic collection. Rouge Dior is the best-selling item from the House of Dior Makeup. The unmistakable velvet texture 999 was originally crafted in early 1950s with improvements to the shades over the years. The one fundamental design aspect to never change was the refillable shades, reducing the amount of waste and lowering the plastic use in production, considered ahead of its time in the 1950s. Today, the reimagined Rouge Dior features a sleek case topped off with a magnetic cap and textures that improve the overall aesthetic of the modern luxury lipstick. Peter Phillips is known as the world's most renowned makeup artist and a leader in modern art styles. His desire to develop masterpieces doesn't stop there. 2023 saw the introduction of the luxury Rouge Dior Premiere, a partnership with Bernard, introducing ceramic pieces lined with the Toile de Joie. It's important to note that Dior Cosmetics doesn't change too often from one year to the next. However, seasonal colors, textures, or yearly promotions are always released. For example, the Dior Attic saw new colors based on the winter season, seen in December of 2023, adding 3 new colors, including the popular Icy Blue and Shimmer Rose Gold. Dior Show, Blush, and Onset items may also see limited seasonal releases to spike interest from media and news outlets. Peter Phillips leads these seasonal releases due to his connectedness in the fashion industry, with new arrivals from the couture collection and looks featured on the Dior runway. For my predictions on Dior Cosmetics sector, I would assume that depending on how successful the relaunch of the redesigned Rouge Dior could depend on the future of design changes made to other collections under makeup. With the item being released during the new year and before Valentine's Day, Dior may accurately obtain data for the items purchased after the biggest holiday season, that being Christmas. I assume this was to help the company boost sales and increase revenue, as Dior Cosmetics does not normally redesign bestseller items. I predict the new look of Rouge Dior at the beginning of this year was for the Dior to partake in the New Year's resolution. Possible collections from Dior Makeup to see redesigns could be the lip balms, the non-transfer forever lipsticks, any of the liquid or lip wear, the Dior mascara lines frequently titled Dior Show, or the Dior Attic collection. These changes will either include a magnetic component or completely add a new look, reminiscent of the Rouge Dior redesign. However, all that depends on the popularity, media coverage, and purchases going forward. Overall, that concludes my predictions and assumptions for Dior Beauty's fragrance, skincare, and makeup sectors, and possibilities for the luxury house going forward. Thank you so much again for watching this video. If you enjoyed today's content, please like and subscribe. I can't wait to see you in the next video.